We finally land the photo that shows the Google Nexus 5 in its full glory. Apple's iWatch is now rumored to bring the first flexible display to the market, and Samsung is once again being accused of some fake benchmarks. I'm Jaime Rivera, and the only reason why I don't fake my age is because I haven't aged a bit in 15 years. This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start today off with some sort of official news, as some Microsoft executives are already talking about the Microsoft Surface and its future. And for those of you waiting for more form factors when it comes to the Surface or an LTE variant, well, we kind of got a confirmation of more form factors, meaning we're still not sure, and they probably aren't either. And we do have a confirmation for the LTE model, but the problem is when you ask them for a date, as they said spring 2014, sadly. So, anyways. And speaking of those certain things without a specific date, those of you waiting for GDR2 Amber for your Nokia Lumia 920 on AT&T, well, we've got some sort of confirmation from an AT&T executive that we will be getting the update in the next coming weeks. And if the guy doesn't know that we have 52 weeks in a year and those next coming weeks could be 51 weeks from now, I guess the guy doesn't understand exactly how frustrated we are. I mean, why exactly did we get Windows Phone if it wasn't for the timely software updates? Now, probably one of the best leaks of the day is the first leaked photograph of the Google Nexus 5 made by LG, and yes, this thing is gorgeous, up to the point where you start looking at the spec sheet, and no, nothing's wrong just yet. I mean, it's got apparently a Snapdragon 800 and the same 13 megapixel camera as the G2, but the problem is we're not getting the same 5.2-inch display. Apparently this display will be a 5-inch display, meaning 4.96 something. So we are not getting exactly a G2 here, and obviously we are skeptical to wonder if this phone will bring other caveats in comparison to the G2, so stay tuned for that. And hey, if you're tired of hearing of those curved display leaks, trust me, you're not alone. But we've got some more credible sources now stating that apparently the first device to ever bring a curved display to the market will be Apple's iWatch, which is kind of ironic judging by the fact that Samsung and LG already made these humongous amounts of orders for the curved display technology. So we could be getting the iWatch probably sooner than later. We still don't know. I mean, Apple still has to launch their iPad, so stay tuned for the rumors. And finally, for the both interesting and kind of ridiculous news of the day, Samsung has just confirmed along with AT&T that they will be launching the Galaxy Note 3 and Galaxy Gear on October 4th, so you're just a couple of days away from getting your new phone. But we can't understand why Samsung has been caught once more faking benchmarks for the Galaxy Note 3, just like they did with the Galaxy S4. I don't understand the purpose. Apparently Samsung is trying to show that their device is significantly faster than the LG G2, which is kind of not possible since they're both running the same processor and almost the same specifications. Still, you know, we don't understand why, but again, that leads me to the question of the day. Are benchmark scores a determining factor for you to buy a phone? Meaning, man, if you notice that the benchmarks on this phone are better than the other one, is this the reason why you're going to buy a phone? In my particular case, after the whole Tegra 3 fiasco, where the benchmarks of the HTC One X were amazing up until we started using the phone, I trusted benchmarks before, but I don't now. There are a ton of phones out there that perform beautifully without the best horsepower in the market, so leave us a comment down below. Would you buy a phone just for the benchmarks? In my case, honestly, I buy a phone after a good review, after a review tells me that the phone is good or not in real-world use. Leave us a comment down below. Of course, as always, for an earlier scoop of everything that's happening in the smartphone and tab world, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.